What is up, everybody? My name is Jacob Clark. I'm a freshman at the University of Northern Iowa, and I am going to be giving a rough draft of a speech that is due for an English class. And this speech will be all about self-discipline. It's about a virtue that I value a lot. So without further ado, here you go. Talent without discipline is like an octopus on roller skates. There's plenty of movement, but you never know if it's going to go upwards, backwards, sideways, whatever. As this quote would suggest, I'm going to be talking about a virtue I value above all others, and that is self-discipline. I'm going to talk about what it means to me, why I value it, and then its applicability to other aspects of life. So first, what does discipline mean to me? Well, discipline to me is fitness. That's fitness in my workouts, to go hard all the time even when you don't want to. That's discipline in my diet, to make conscious food choices. You're not just grazing on what's there. You're eating, like I need to fill my macros or my calories allow this, etc. And then consistency of workout and diet. You gotta string days of efficient action together, string them into weeks, string them into months, and that's when you'll start to see results. And no, I don't think anything embodies this better than the story of my brother Josh. Josh coming into high school, he was all right. He looked pretty good. He was a little on the heavy side, but when things really started to pick up for him was after his freshman year wrestling. He dropped about 60 pounds during wrestling. He had an okay record, but after that he gained so much like knowledge and just discipline from that one season alone, and everything was uphill from there. He ended up placing several times in the top 5 at heavyweight for wrestling. He was an all-state offensive defensive lineman, and everything went great for him, and it all stemmed from the discipline he learned in that. Okay, secondly, why do I value discipline? Well, first, most of all, it can tell you a lot about someone before you even talk to them. Not that you should judge. In observing discipline in someone, I can assume that person is responsible. I can assume that person will work hard. And there's something I noticed along with that is when discipline in somebody slips in, let's say, one aspect of their life, it starts to slip everywhere. And there's no better example of that than one of my friends from middle school. For confidentiality's sake, we'll call him John Doe. And he was a pretty gifted athlete and everything, but pretty soon he had to start working harder to get where he needed to be, and he just didn't want to do it. He lacked that discipline to get it done, and he started slipping. His performance started to slip on the field, then it started to slip in school. Long story short, he's not the kind of person to look up to today. And my third point is discipline is applicable. This is very important. And that is why I've been mentioning it and corresponding with other aspects of life is its applicability. Someone who is a hard worker in the gym, I can assume will use that same intensity and drive, in other aspects of life. Like example, carry into marriage, it takes discipline to not cheat when the opportunity is presented. It takes discipline to collaborate, to work together and overcome. Same with school, it takes discipline to show up and to focus every day, especially when you don't want to. And there's nothing better captures its applicability than the story of my head football coach. His name was Joe Hadachek. He's a great man, and it all started in the background of sports. He was, he's a good high school athlete, but I mentioned him because of what he did from there. He started a business, Advocare, from the ground up, and today it's a whole big thing. He does really well with that. His marriage, he treats his wife like any man should hope to treat a woman. He takes great care of her. And then finally, as our football coach, when he came in, we were a pretty good team, but he came in 3-4 years later, we won a state championship, and I would give a lot of that credit to him. He's humble, so he won't take it, but I would definitely give a lot of that credit to him. So, in closing, what I would implore you to do is find out what discipline means to you. Develop your ability to see it in others, and above all else, learn to apply it to all aspects of your life. Thank you.